This is season 2 and episode 25 of Fresh and Uncooked. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeff.
And this is the food podcast to listen to learn about new products and menu items, food discussions and reviews, taste tests, and more. Jeff, there's a lot of resolutions that were made at the beginning of this year, and I'm sure a lot of them have already been forgotten about by now, but I'm sure one of the most popular resolutions made by people was to eat healthier. So today's episode is going to be all about
diets.
But first, I'll tell you where you can get some Leanguini. I'll tell you about a Dippin' Dots Shark Tank collab.
Okay.
Goldfish crackers are going mega.
Yes.
Coming up next in food news.
Any news?
Is there any news?
I have news.
Food news. Bad news travels fast.
So Noodles and Company, of course, it's the fast casual noodle place. They're testing out fresh pasta, Jeff. Lower carbs, higher protein than the traditional pasta, and they call it Leanguini.
That's a catchy name.
Yeah, Leanguini is 56% fewer net carbs, 30% fewer total carbs, and 44% higher protein than traditional wheat noodles.
Well.
Yeah, so they're kind of testing this out, right? They're testing it with 3 new flavorful dishes paired with the new noodle, and you can also get it as a substitution for any dish over there at Noodles and Company.
Okay.
Are you a frequent Noodles and Company patron or?
Not at all.
Okay.
Oh, man. How about yourself? Have you ever been there?
I believe I've been there once or twice, but yeah, this is not an establishment I visit quite often.
Really not a need. Yeah, not a need at all. Oh, my kids like it. My kids do like it, though. They love it.
Okay, so maybe it's that younger generation that's a little more attracted to it.
Yeah, and they know not to ask me to take them there. They'll do it just out of, being funny or whatever. But yeah, I don't take them to Noodles and Company. And truthfully, they're at the age right now where they just take themselves where they want to go. So
Sure. Well, 4 new dishes featuring the Leanguini. We got lemon parmesan. Sounds good. Roasted zucchini, Roma tomato, spinach with parmesan and parsley. Sounds good. I don't know if it sounds good like from a fast casual place necessarily, but you got Leanguini fresca with this balsamic vinaigrette, olive oil, roasted garlic, tomato, red onion, spinach, and Parmesan cheese. I mean, it sounds good. Shrimp scampi, little light scampi sauce with zucchini and tomatoes and all that, and then you can substitute any dish with the Leanguini as well. So
okay, just keep that in mind next time you're going out to Noodles and Company.
Yeah.
Usually where there's a Noodles and Company, there's a Jersey Mike's, a Mod Pizza, a Starbucks, and a mattress store.
A mattress store. Never done the Mod Pizza. Love Jersey Mike's and Starbucks. I don't go there often. I never know how to order at Starbucks either.
They do put there's a lot of, it could be stressful.
It's intimidating. Yeah.
It is.
I just want a coffee with, a little sweet. Leanguini will be available at select restaurants as they're testing us, like I said, in Colorado, Illinois, and Ohio.
Okay. Well, maybe my kids will get a chance to try it out. I doubt it, though.
Ask them if they've tried that Leanguini. Might look at you funny. Rewards members will get double the rewards points for trying Leanguini. So there you go. Dippin' Dots. What do you think of Dippin' Dots in general, Jeff?
I don't know if I have any opinion on Dippin' Dots. Is that okay? I feel like I probably should because they're Dippin' Dots, but I don't.
Dippin' Dots.
I just feel that they're kind of there. I never crave them.
They just seemed like futuristic ice cream when I was, a young lad.
That's how they marketed it, though. It was this weird thing.
They've teamed up with Incredible Eats to help save the planet.
Okay.
Incredible Eats is a company that was featured on Shark Tank last year, 2021. And they kind of have a play on words in their name here, Incredible, with edible in all caps. They're basically like a company that makes eco-friendly edible spoons. So they're teaming up with Dippin' Dots. Dippin' Dots, of course, are those flash frozen beads of ice cream. You see them in malls and theme parks, stadium zoos, movie theaters. They're in 50 states and 7 countries, by the way. And they also ship to customers' homes, which was not something I know you didn't, I didn't know you could go on the interwebs and order you some Dippin' Dots to your door, but apparently you can. But anyway, there's going to be 2 flavors of these edible spoons, vanilla and chocolate. So I guess having the idea of an edible spoon kind of makes sense, right? Looks like the spoons are made of like wheat, oat, corn, chickpea, and brown rice. So I don't know how tasty these spoons are, but
wow.
Even if you don't eat the spoon, you decide to throw it in the trash, it'll still break down into basically nothing because it's, all biodegradable. So yeah. When was the last time you had a Goldfish cracker, Jeff?
A Goldfish cracker? It can't be that long ago. I like Goldfish crackers, don't you?
Do you? They're okay. They don't find their way into my cart.
Oh, I don't buy them. I feel like this is probably going to come out. Yeah, it's going to come out the wrong way, but I feel like I usually take them from little kids.
What?
No, they like it because they're marketed towards the youngsters, and if it's a niece or nephew or somebody else's child or what have you,
not a random kid in the parking lot.
Oh no, I don't.
Hey kid,
walk
give
around.
me your Goldfish.
Give me those Goldfish crackers. They're a decent snack.
Did you know that they have 20 different varieties? I didn't realize Goldfish, was rolling like that, but
it's one of those things. You know how there used to be just Oreos and now there's several different types of Oreos?
Yes. Yeah.
Same thing with Goldfish crackers.
Same thing with Goldfish. They just added another permanent addition to those 20 different varieties, Megabytes, which is a bigger, bolder, cheesier reboot of the classic Goldfish, and they're targeting adults because they're designed specifically to fit adult palates and larger hands. They're available in sharp cheddar jalapeno. Jeff, what is your favorite current Goldfish cracker flavor?
I think that cheddar jalapeno sounds really good. I don't know if I've had it, though.
Bite-size food news real quick. Campbell's soup candles are a thing. Camp.com and Campbell's have 2 candles. Let me say that again. Camp.com and Campbell's have 2 candles that you can order for a limited time. The tomato soup and grilled cheese candle features notes of roasted tomato, peppercorn, and gooey grilled cheese, while the chicken noodle soup candle features notes of savory chicken, clove, and buttery crackers. $24 each while supplies last, and 10% of the net proceeds from candle sales are helping benefit Feeding America. Jeff, I know that you are not a fan of Campbell's soup.
I am not.
Tomato soup.
Not even a little bit.
From Campbell's is in my top 3. And I don't necessarily think if I want to smell Campbell's tomato soup, I would just, make some. Because it does smell the kitchen, quite well. So if you're interested in Campbell's soup candles, they're out there, camp.com.
No, I'll just stick with my regular candles of lavender and
you're a lavender
other
man,
scents. Huh? Yeah, okay. Or vanilla. Vanilla's a good one. Sometimes some seasonal ones that have cinnamon.
How about an Oreo Cakester candle?
Is that really a thing?
It should be. I mean, if it is, now would be the time. They were discontinued back in 2012, but they are back this week. So you should see them hitting store shelves right about now. I'm not sure if I've ever actually had a Cakester.
I don't know that I have either. I'm not a big Oreo fan, though.
I don't mind Oreos. I'll get some Oreos every now and then. Sometimes have a little craving for Oreos, and then, like you said, you go over to the Oreo section, and it's like, wow. There's a lot of Oreos to choose from, and you got some thinking to do. I don't think I've ever had Cakester, but it's a very popular thing. Many people are happy it's coming back, but it kind of made me think of Twinkies. Like, will it be the same? Will it be like a disappointment? Like, did they change something? And people, this isn't Oreo Cakesters. I don't know. That could be a thing. That's your food news for episode 25.
Hey, what's new?
What's new? What's new?
What's new?
What's new?
All right. KFC and Chick Fil A are both involved in what's new this week. But before we get to that, Jeff, I need to ask, did you buy a Taco Lovers pass?
I did not. I thought about it. I thought about it long and hard, but I didn't do it.
All right. Well, I suppose there's still time, right?
Yeah.
So I finally tried Chick Fil A breakfast.
Did you? What did you have?
I tried a couple of things. I'm kind of behind, like, on the breakfast thing at a lot of places. Like, I tried Wendy's for the first time for like a few months ago. I still need to do White Castle breakfast. Never had Chick Fil A, so I got some catching up to do. And I just don't usually eat a lot of breakfast, so that's like one of the reasons.
Okay.
Like, I'll make breakfast at home once a week, usually Sundays. Like eggs, bacon, potatoes, whatever, or maybe a pancake breakfast. But during the week, like if I have breakfast, I might have like a bowl of oatmeal. But I usually just skip breakfast. So if I'm going out to get breakfast, most of the time I'm just going to hit McDonald's.
It's a solid choice.
I think they have the best breakfast. No matter what you're ordering, you can't really go wrong. You know what you're getting. So anyway, I bring all that up because I would say McDonald's is a solid B all around, right? A for certain things. When I'm rating other fast food breakfasts, it's just what I'm comparing to, okay? The standard, okay? So Chick Fil A. I tried the chicken biscuit sandwich and the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit and an order of hash browns. Chick Fil A biscuit, right? It's number one on their menu. So this is like their featured sandwich for breakfast. And the biscuit was good. It was fresh, buttery, not dry, but still flaky. The chicken was okay. It kind of seemed pretty thin for Chick Fil A. And I think that hurt it a little bit. I mean, it had good flavor, but it was just thin. I don't know. It seemed like a thin patty of chicken. Besides for butter on their biscuit, there's no sauce or anything. I don't know what sauce should be on there, but it just kind of seemed like it was missing something, It was just like biscuit, thin chicken patty, and C+.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't think I'd get it again, but I wouldn't give it a bad grade. It was just kind of like, for their number one, expected a little more.
It's been a little while since I've had Chick-fil-A breakfast, and it doesn't excite me. And I like Chick-fil-A chicken, I think for lunch or dinner or whatever. It's really good, but their breakfast, it doesn't get me excited. Their biscuits are better than average.
Biscuit was tasty. Yeah, biscuit was tasty.
They're definitely better than average. But yeah, Chick-fil-A breakfast, no. They have different breakfast burritos that have like chicken in them too, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't know what it is.
The sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit as well. It's like the same biscuit, so good start. And the egg was actually kind of like, it might make you laugh, it was identifiable. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it came out of a mold like you would get at some places, or like a box of powdered egg product. Like, where the hell did this egg come from? But it actually looked like someone cracked an egg, scrambled it up, put it on a flat top, put it on the sandwich. The sausage was a little over seasoned. It kind of had a little too much of something, but it was solid. The cheese was just like your standard American cheese, melted. So if I do go to Chick-fil-A breakfast again, I would definitely order the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit over the chicken biscuit for sure.
And you would think that wouldn't be the case at Chick-fil-A, but
right.
It is.
So yeah, B+ on that. Hash browns, I mean, they're not as fire as their waffle fries. Let's just put it that way.
All right.
Not even close to McDonald's hash browns. So I give them a C.
No, McDonald's hash browns are really good, but they can be really bad. It depends on which location you're going to sometimes.
Sure. You didn't get the Taco Bell subscription, but I believe you tried KFC's Beyond Chicken, Jeff.
Yes, I did, Chris. I had to, because they're plant-based and they come in a green and white box, and it's good stuff. And I have the KFC app, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, so they're like kind of like nuggets, right?
Well, they are. I'm telling you, Chris, if I were to put those on a plate and say like, oh, those are chicken nuggets, you would think that they were chicken nuggets. Are they great chicken nuggets? I guess that's really where it's at. But they're not horrible. I thought that they were pretty decent. They have a good texture. They're not greasy, which is a big thing. They taste like something from KFC.
So they definitely got the KFC taste to it.
They do have the KFC taste. Sure. Now, I've heard a lot of different things, and I've been reading so many different articles, tweets, and posts about what other people thought of them, and it seems to be split right down the middle for the most part.
That's what I've seen too, so I was curious which way you're going to lean.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards they're good. Now, I know that they're not chicken. I know that. I go into that. When I eat them, I don't think like, oh, this is supposed to be chicken. I just think of it as being the Beyond Chicken or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think that they're good. I think that they're pretty tasty. I would give them a B+.
B+. Wow.
Yeah, B+, for sure.
What were you dipping them in?
I dipped them in the KFC sauce.
Oh, it's such a unique sauce.
Yeah, a very solid sauce. Here's the thing. When I was ordering it on the app, so the KFC app had a special that day, and this is just, so I need to stop myself. So they had this thing where if you spent $12, you got a free chicken sandwich.
Oh, like their KFC chicken sandwich?
The KFC chicken sandwich.
Sold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm spending $12.
Oh, exactly. So I got the Beyond thing, and it came with fries and a drink, and I think it was like $12.99. Well, because I went with the 12-piece, not the 6-piece.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which, truthfully, I could have went with the 6-piece and been fine, but, you know, I need to change my way of thinking. The KFC sandwich, I thought, well, you know what? I have this. I'll save it for later. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, this might not reheat well.
Better take care of it now.
Yeah, so I took care of that as well. So I had fries, a 12-piece, not 16-piece. Yeah, fries, a 12-piece Beyond Nugget, and a chicken sandwich, and a Mountain Dew. Their Mountain Dew that's there. Their exclusive Mountain Dew, whatever.
Yeah. Isn't it peach?
Yeah, it's good. Oh, it's good.
You were doing good that day for lunch then, huh?
Oh, I was doing work. I was definitely doing work. So
right. B+. Make sure to check out Fresh and Uncooked on Twitter at Fresh Uncooked, on Instagram at Fresh Uncooked, and on TikTok at Fresh Uncooked Podcast. Sounds like Jeff might need to go on a diet then? Doctor's orders?
Oh, Jeff's going on a diet. Jeff's exercising and going on a diet.
Oh, good for Jeff.
So we've been here before, Chris. We've been here before. So, yeah, I just have to watch what I eat. So this is the way I plan it. I need to exercise more, which is just a given. And then also, if I can stick to this diet during the week, on the weekends I can probably splurge a little bit more.
Okay.
Not go all out, not go crazy.
Yeah. Not 12-piece and a sandwich crazy.
No, a 6-piece. A 6-piece with water.
Right. All right. Well, that's, helps you get through the week, and then the weekend you're like, oh, I've been craving this, and then you can have it as long as you just don't have it, triple sized.
Right. Which is all in moderation, which is a problem that I've had for quite some time.
So the word diet can mean lots of things. It's basically what you're eating, right? Like potato chips are a part of my diet, right?
Right.
I'm not on a diet, but whatever you eat is pretty much your diet, or you could be going on a diet like Jeff, change a little bit what you're going to eat because of health reasons, or to gain weight or to lose weight. So I figured if we're going to talk diets, which we haven't talked much about on this show, but maybe we should now.
Exactly.
I picked out a few diets that are kind of trendy. Some of them are probably deserve the word trendy, and some of them are actually probably pretty good diets. But the keto diet, which actually ranks really low on a lot of lists, is a very popular one. Basically, no carbs and lots of fat. And you're basically training your body to use fat as its energy source instead of sugar, right? So the keto diet, you always hear the word keto friendly. Oh, how many carbs, cutting carbs. Well, this is basically cutting all your carbs and loading up on fat, which I don't know. To me, the keto diet would be the one I think I could survive the longest, personally.
Yeah, but it's all like fat. You know what I mean? It's just weird. And I've known a lot of people that have done the keto diet and they lose a lot of weight. But here's the thing. They lose the weight, but then they put it on right away too.
Yeah. That's what I've heard as well. It's almost like you got to go on the keto diet, drop the pounds, and then continue with the same philosophy for the most part. So, but as far as like diet menus are concerned, that's a little more, I think I can handle that. But although there would be no potato chips, that would be hard. That would be the hard part. No bread. It just seems kind of weird. But I don't know. I out of all the other ones I've got on here, like, the Paleo diet, another one that ranks really low, but is kind of a trendy thing. It's basically how our ancestors from way back in the day ate, right? No processed foods, no grains, no beans or dairy, just like meat, fish, and vegetables. And I could eat meat, but not just meat. I can't eat fish, and I don't know. I don't really have a big selection of vegetables that I enjoy, so I don't think I can do the paleo diet.
I know growing up, we ate a lot. All of our vegetables, it seemed like we ate everything out of a can for whatever reason. And not even frozen vegetables or fresh. It was always in a can. I don't know what that was about.
I don't think we had too much canned, but we did have frozen. But then the frozen vegetables just being dumped into a big pot of boiling water for 15 minutes and then
For so long.
and then served. So yeah, but like I'd rather munch on a bunch of raw carrot sticks than cooked carrots. Mm-hmm. I'll eat cooked carrots or broccoli. I'll eat broccoli raw. I mean, we gotta have a little ranch dressing or something with the broccoli. But like cooked broccoli, even if you smother it in Cheese Whiz. No, broccoli's cooked. I am just not a fan. So it's kind of goes both ways with that. But you ever hear of the Flexitarian diet?
I have.
That's actually ranked pretty high too. So it's basically what a vegetarian diet is like, but with the occasional meat and fish. And there's not really one way to follow it. The goal is basically to maximize your intake of whole plant foods and minimize highly processed foods, even if they're plant-based. So I would imagine Beyond Chicken from KFC is highly processed, even though it's plant-based.
Oh, it's definitely highly processed. They made a plant into a chicken nugget. There's no way around it.
Plus, I believe cooking it in the same oil because, like we noticed last week, it said not prepared in a vegetarian or a vegan manner.
Oh, it says it right on that green and white box, too.
Oh, yeah. You know what? A lot of people were saying that box looks like the Soylent Green box. Or color or something, like...
Oh, have you ever seen that movie?
No, but I know we've talked about this before. It made me think of that.
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie, and you explained it to me, and then I see a lot of comments about people trying this and saying, why did they pick Soylent Green, It made me laugh.
That's so true. Man, that's wild. That's so wild.
So probably the most, or probably ranked number one on most lists. And this is just, with Google searches and research on the internet. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But most medical journals and websites and all ranked the Mediterranean diet as number one.
Well, Chris, that's a very good thing because my doctor told me on numerous occasions that's the one that I should be following. And truthfully for me, that's probably the easiest one to follow too.
So
it's not horrible. It's not horrible at all.
It's based on what people eat that live near the Mediterranean Sea. That's why it's called the Mediterranean diet, supposedly. Mm-hmm. Lots of fruits, lots of veggies, whole grain, extra virgin olive oil, fresh fish, and limiting processed foods, sugar, and red meat.
Yes, right? And even dairy, I think in...
Limits, not gets rid of, just limit.
Right. Yeah.
And dairy, yeah.
Yeah, so butter, no butter. It's mostly olive oil. It's a lot of lumens and beans, a lot of fish, and vegetables too. There's not like a lot of fruits that are involved either. It's a lot of veggies, fish, beans, no bread. But that's okay.
Stay away from the lumens in the Mediterranean diet, but definitely enjoy the legumes.
Did I call the legumes lumens before? I think I did.
You did. You did. I was like, lumens.
Wow.
I think that's for light bulbs.
Yeah, that's a measurement of light.
I think my porch light is 5,000 lumens.
That must upset the neighbors.
Right? And you can have legumes, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's a big part of it. And they want you to do brown rice instead of white rice, which is, that's not awful. For me, I feel it's an easy one to follow. So nuts are a big part of that one too. So like pistachio nuts or even cashews and things like that. So yeah, there's things you can eat in there where you can get full. Now with any diet, it's also about, I guess, a lifestyle change in a way. Mm-hmm. So if you go on a diet and like I have buddies who will lose weight and they eat nothing but chicken breast and broccoli. Well, guess what? Once they stop eating just chicken breast and broccoli, then all of a sudden they put their weight back on again. Mm-hmm. So this Mediterranean one, there's really a vast amount of things that you can eat and everything as well.
Everything is basically healthy for you. Good fats, good protein, vegetables.
And they're big on using...
Sounds healthy.
Yeah, they're big on using a lot of different herbs and spices too.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good. So, I mean, you're getting all those different flavors and stuff like that, which helps, I think, curb your appetite too. The more flavors that you have.
If it tastes good, then, you feel satisfied. If it's bland, like you said, chicken breast and broccoli. Chicken breast and broccoli doesn't have much flavor. You get sick of that. Where Mediterranean diet has a lot more variety, and yeah, you can go nuts with herbs and seasonings. Mm-hmm. That's really not going to change your diet too much, unless you put on a little too much salt, I suppose would be the only bad thing about too much seasonings.
And also, it's all about healthy fat. So olive oil, mm-hmm. avocado, olives. You can do it, You can put olives on top of your fish. If you have like an olive, like a muffalata or whatever, ooh, you can put that on there. Oh, that would be good, right?
Wait, isn't a muffalata, isn't that...
Is it muffalata or muffalato? There's one. They're both the same thing.
I thought
no, muffalata is like one's a sandwich.
Yeah, that's
one's
what
a sandwich
thinking.
And the other one's the same. I don't know. Oh,
yeah,
I got lumens.
Lumens. You throw in a couple of lumens in there. That's how you cook it with the bright light. Yeah, you could have a nice piece of fish cooked with some vegetables and olive oil. Like bake it all in one of those parchment packs. Mm-hmm. Good seasoning, and then bunch of olives on top.
There's nothing wrong with olives. I like a good olive bar.
I like blue cheese stuffed olives, personally. But Kalamata olives.
That's a good way to go. I like those, yeah.
Yeah, those would be good. Those would be good in the Mediterranean diet because I believe they're Mediterranean olives.
That is correct.
Have you officially started this change? When are we starting the Mediterranean diet, Jeff?
Yeah, I've started it.
Okay.
I've pretty much started it.
After KFC, you started it, basically.
Yeah, KFC. Well, yeah, it was the day before the doctor. So then the day after the doctor, when the doctor tells you, hey, you need to watch what you're eating, well, that's when you start.
Well, hopefully it's nice and tasty. And like you said, you can still, maybe bend the rules a little bit on the weekends, because weekends are only 2 days a week, where the rest of the week is 5. So, except for this weekend, I think it's a 3-day weekend. But
it's a 3-day weekend, yeah. I'll act like it's just a regular weekend.
Okay, so you just started. You gonna keep us updated on this in the podcast, Jeff?
For sure, definitely.
Right. Well, it felt like the right time to talk about diets. But if I was going to go on one, I would probably try the keto one. And who knows, maybe Jeff will, drop 35 pounds and look all buff. And I'll be like, damn, I need to do this too.
We'll just have to wait and see, Chris.
Yeah. Okay. Until next week, Jeff.
Enjoy what you eat.
In moderation.
In moderation, for sure.